opened her box and it was empty. Ah! Scrum dilly yum yum. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing $1 Million Secrets Season 2, Episodes 7 and 8. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So we pick up with finding out who the new millionaire is. I would have thought by the reactions from the last episode, it would have been Kevin, but no. It is Kaleb. And now I'm confused because the money is supposed to move around randomly. Mind you, we don't know how this random choice is being made, right? But I could have sworn in season 1, the person who opted to move the money, like they were the millionaire and they opted to move the money, got the opportunity to get it back later. So is this that? Or did it actually randomly land back on him? I don't know. But anyways, the secret agenda this time is for him to give a high five to 2 different housemates, but he has to miss. I don't remember what the penalty was, but the reward was a kill shot. Honestly, I did not have much faith in Kaleb.
Oh, that was cold.
This is a dangerous situation.
He fake high-fived me. You held your hand out and took it away.
Kaleb having to backtrack.
It could be worth.
I did not think he would finish the agenda. I really didn't. Mind you, the agenda was quite easy. And I also have a qualm with some of the agendas. Like, some of them seem blatantly obvious, like the clothespin thing or having to say no cap or any kind of Gen Z slang as an older guy 10 times. Like, those seem very baity. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I'm going to get caught. But missing a high five from only 2 people? I don't know. But I guess it's all about how you go about it, because Yumiko did the beach ball thing without a problem. I don't know. So is it a user issue or is it a game issue? Maybe it's a user issue. Okay. Anyways, he accomplished the secret agenda. Nobody suspects him at all. The activity was so pointless. It was croquet. And the winners of croquet were Kevin and Kat, which is great for Kat because she suspects that the millionaire is Daisy. Reason being, Daisy was asking what ribbons she could lend to Kat because, you know, they have to wear something in the next whatever. And she was just really pushing the matter of, okay, well, I have these ribbons. I can give you this color. I can give you this color. And Kat's like, this sounds very suspicious. And truthfully, it did. Because why are you repeating this? What's her name? Daisy's excuse is going to be the fact that she always talks about her ribbons, but it seemed like she was making it a point to call out specific colors, which is what Kat found suspicious. When it comes time to choose who is actually going into the trophy room, oh guys, I was eating this up. Both of them refused to let the other person go in.
We can both agree that I am in a worse position in the house.
I don't agree with that.
Nick, Daisy, they both want me gone.
I think everybody's equally vulnerable right now.
And Daisy used her power against me, which means she's got something against me. Nobody is concerned about you. Everybody's concerned about me.
That's not good enough.
You have proven that I cannot trust you.
We're here for $1 million. We're not.
I know.
Neither of us are going to budge. I will sit here all night.
Same.
Kevin, may I have your coin, please?
This is a $1 million coin flip.
Flip the damn coin.
I actually think that at this point, Kevin was in a worse position than Kat. Simultaneously, while they're struggling to come to a decision, the rest of the house decides they're going to target Kevin. He is a strong player. He has been able to go unscathed, basically, even though he's made some big swings. So they feel like he's able to manipulate near the end, and they might not want him near the end with the money. So they haven't seen any suspicious behavior. They just think he's too strong to let him continue further than this point, right? So he's obviously in a worse position, but Kat is not going to let up. And she shouldn't. She shouldn't. We are all susceptible of being voted out at any time in this game. I'm going to fight to the death to go into that trophy room. So she goes into the trophy room and the clue says the millionaire used to own a clothing store and really loves fashion. That does not point to Kaleb at all. We wouldn't have known that if he didn't say that in his confessional, right? He doesn't give fashionista at all. So Kat is spiraling because she's like, well, that points to me. It could also point to Daisy. How could I make sure it absolutely is Daisy, right? So she goes out to Kevin and she's like, okay, I'll be honest. The clue does implicate me, but I think it's Daisy because of the whole ribbon thing. So can we come up with a clue to make sure that Daisy is the one that everyone is looking at?
We're not going to disclose who received the clue, but we're going to tell you guys the clue.
Okay.
Okay.
When wishing for a stroke of luck, don't forget the ones that fell short.
Doesn't point to me at all. They might be full of it.
There's winners and losers.
This clue sounds fake.
Is it all of us that lost at croquet?
The clue also points to me. I need to figure this out.
Kaleb immediately was like, well, this can't be the real clue because I'm not implicated. I'm not somebody who lost like just by a margin, you know, like I very clearly lost. So this clue can't be the real clue, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want nobody to come after me. Yeah, duh. That's the play. Here goes Kat getting too big for her britches, yeah? Kat is now trying to spin stories. She goes to Lauren and she says that, wait, what did she say to Lauren? That Kevin came up with the clue? Or did she say that to Daisy? I know for a fact to Daisy, she said there was no clue in there. Kevin decided that we should come up with a clue together. And in fact, when I went into the trophy room, I actually got immunity. This is a big lie to throw at Daisy, who, no offense to Daisy, does tend to crumble under pressure. Like she doesn't take the heat very well. So if the heat is on her, it's possible that she will throw you under the bus. She's also fiercely loyal. So I guess it's just about which side of her wins, but she is too flighty for me to want to put that much faith in to create this big of a lie. I would have created something at least closer to, you know, closer to the truth. But yeah, outright lie. It worked. Daisy's believing everything hook, line, and sinker. She's even hugging Kat, being like, oh yeah, I trust you. I'm not gonna rat you out. At the elimination dinner, Lauren immediately is like, I'm not gonna lie, before the clue, I was looking at you, Kevin. But now after reading the clue, I think it's either Daisy or Nick. Daisy is panicked.
I'm here. I don't want to cry. I've sacrificed a lot. I've given up a lot. I don't want to go home today. Not the millionaire. I've never seen it.
I don't have the money.
I know I don't have the money. I've never had the money.
Everything.
And like,
I swear on my parents. I didn't know you were this good of a liar, but I don't have the money.
oh my God. Unbelievable. You know I'm not. I'm not. Told you guys. I thought we had a deal.
The shock on everyone's face when Daisy opened her box and it was empty. Scrum dilly yum yum. Oh, I loved it. It was so good. Because not gonna lie, if we were actually in the game, I would think that it was Daisy too. Nothing was pointing to Kaleb at all. Nothing at all. I would have thought that it was Daisy 100%. 100%. So it wasn't her. And now because she's on her way out, she's like, yeah, Kat, I said I was going to protect you, but seeing that you voted for me, I have to, rat you out. She lied. She said that there was no clue and that she actually got immunity, whatever, right? This is enlightening to Kevin because Kevin knows, well, that's not true. Obviously, I was played. If Homegirl was planning on telling everybody that I, came up with the idea to create a clue and that she got immunity so that she wouldn't get the kill shot, obviously I was played in this. Too bad for him, he doesn't even get a chance to play that card because the kill shot was directed at Kevin. Now, Kevin, as he departed, he was like, oh yeah, I feel like I played the game all the way through. You didn't. Because on your way out, why don't you sell out Kat? I'm sorry. I don't care what kind of alliance I have with you while we're playing the game. If I no longer have a shot at $1 million, neither do you. Especially if I'm going out based on lies that you concocted. You're not getting the money either. I I would have sang like a canary immediately. Yeah, Kat actually said, this is the clue. That also gives Kaleb a clue on what's going on. And Kat is none the wiser. She doesn't even know that her lies, yes, did save her, but they protected Kaleb in immense way. Like, her lies insulated him so well. So well. And she went from kind of being like mid-level when it comes to trust to being right at the bottom. Nobody is trusting her now. But yeah, Kevin, sorry, respectfully, you didn't play all the way to the end, because on your way to that car, you should have been telling what Kat was saying. The next morning, there is no secret agenda, but the winners of the activity get to choose who is going home from the losing team. The activity is a puzzle where they have to solve clues about previous house guests and find the correct puzzle pieces to put on the board that is under water. You might have a piece that works in the puzzle, but if the clue is wrong, you are also wrong. So the winning team was Lauren and Nick, who are on different sides of their strategic gameplay, right? So Lauren thinks it's best to get out the millionaire so that she gets the money in the end, or gets a chance to get the money in the end. Nick thinks it's good to keep the millionaire so that they can manipulate the millionaire at the end. I think both are valid. Lauren knew, she just had no idea where the money was. Not at all. So it would have been better for her to give herself the higher chance of getting the money in the end, instead of putting her faith in something she has no faith in, right? Like, she had no clue at all. And then with Nick, they've been with each other for a long time now. You pick up on people's tells. You can see changed behavior when somebody is, holding on to this big secret. So knowing where the money is and being able to flush it out is the play. So I think both strategies made sense. So yeah, we're going to see whose strategy wins. Immediately after the game, Kat is trying to use the clue, the real clue now, to see if Kaleb is the millionaire. And Kaleb's gameplay has improved as the season went on, because he picked up on this immediately.
Are you like a fashion person or no?
This is really weird. Maybe Kevin and Kat did receive a clue. This clue could be about fashion. So no fashion. I wear stuff out.
There's nothing. The man's got one pair of pants. I need to figure out a new plan.
You could have maybe made it seem like you were talking about a passion of yours. Like, oh man, I love fashion so much. Like, it would be so cool if one day that's something that I could explore, like even as a hobby or something like that. And then to see if Kaleb either squirms or offers up that information to say, oh yeah, me too, I do kind of like fashion as well. So it leads you somewhere, instead of asking pointed questions, which makes them think, well, why are you asking me this? Why are you asking me this now? You also just lied about the clue, so this has to be the clue. Of course, this man completely lies. He's like, oh no, my wife handles all that stuff. We live a very meek lifestyle. I don't know nothing about owning a clothing store. And she believes it. She believed everything he said, because Kaleb doesn't give fashionista. So yeah, even with the clue, like, she should have just said the clue, because that still points to Daisy way more than anybody else. Like, Daisy has spoken the most about fashion and clothes and all that stuff. And yes, Kat has too. If anything, that proves that she likely doesn't have the money, or she wouldn't put herself on the line like that. But anyways, fast forward to the elimination dinner. Kaleb's whole thing is, if this girl can lie this well, she can lie about anything. And you don't want that kind of a scary player at the end. Kat's whole game is, I don't have it. Y'all know I don't have it. Let me tell you the truth. She comes clean about the clue, and she's like, I wouldn't tell you this truth that would implicate me if I truly had the money. You're one round too late. If she would have said this the round before, I would have believed her. But you're saying this after you've been caught in a lie? Very suspicious. So Lauren and Nick are given a chance to deliberate in the absence of the two vulnerable people, and they decide to eliminate Kat. Kat don't have the money.
Please open the box with your key. Goodbye, Kat.
Goodbye. We're a group of misfits, aren't we?
Holy crap.
Immediately, I was like, Kaleb, what's with the theatrics? What is with the theatrics? Like, if he hasn't been a big reaction person, this is not the time for big reactions. And I don't feel like he's been that big reaction type of guy. Not at the elimination dinners. Maybe beforehand when he's trying to figure out who the millionaire is. But at the elimination dinners, I don't recall him having big reactions. So him having one made me think, oh, somebody's going to suspect him. And sure enough, Nick was like, nope, that did not seem authentic to me. It seemed like he was acting. I think he has the money. Lauren has no idea who has the money. So she's going into this final activity just in the dark, right? So the final activity is a memorization game. The person who's able to memorize the most items gets an advantage in the last game. Because Kaleb was a millionaire, he got 3 extra points, but he decided to play it safe and only guess 12 items to bring his total to 15. Lauren didn't do a great job. She only guessed, I think it was 12 items. And then Nick took home the win by remembering 18 items. The problem is, because Lauren did such a bad job at the activity, he's starting to think, okay, maybe she has it, because why would she lowball her score so much? Like there's no way she got such a low score. Maybe she's throwing the game. Unfortunately, it was just mommy brain. Mommy brain betrayed her and she just couldn't remember more items. So the last game is a game of bluff. They did this on season 1. It's the same thing. The millionaire, or actually it's less about the millionaire and it's more about the ranking in the last activity. So the person who got 3rd place doesn't get a say. The person who got 2nd place gets to decide if they want to move the contents of their box, right? Then the person who got 1st place in the activity gets the final decision on if they want to move the contents of their box. Nobody gets to open the box. Nobody knows where the money is, right? Already off the bat, Lauren is trying to make herself seem guilty so that it seems like she has the money and maybe somebody would like switch the boxes around and it would land on her. Unfortunately, listen, she was dead in the water. These two knew that it was between the two of them.
I'll let y'all have some time.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lauren.
He started with the money. I just want to see how he reacts. I'm inclined to take Lauren's trust.
I think it might have worked. Why are you positive that Lauren has the money?
I think you started with the money.
Jersey Nick knows.
Please open your boxes at the exact same moment.
I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack, dude.
Don't do that.
This is nuts, bro.
When I tell you I was on pins and needles, man, my chest was so tight because I was not sure if Nick was going to move the money or not. I think it would have been a big risk for Kaleb to move the money. But the way that he was harping on Lauren so much and he didn't ask Nick any questions, it made him look sus, right? And Nick adequately called it. Nick also remembered that when he was playing the poker stuff with Kaleb was the safe bet person. He didn't want to take any risks in fear that he was going to lose the game. So that made him think there's no way Kaleb is going to move $1 million from his box. If he has the money, he kept the money. So let me take the contents of his box and put it in my box, and he won the money. He won the money. I'm glad he won. I was happy with either Kaleb or Nick winning the money. Sorry, Lauren. I just feel like Lauren was kind of just there. I didn't really see her do a lot in the game. That could be the edit because obviously the editors know who wins the show. But yeah, I just felt like she wasn't that influential. So her winning wouldn't really have done anything for me. Kaleb winning would have been nice because of the arc that he went on. Like he started being such a horrible millionaire, but then when he got the second chance, like he definitely course corrected and he did so much better. But Nick winning it when Nick wasn't he like suspect number 1? No, he guessed the millionaire on the first try. And then when he was a suspect, he did so bad. Yeah, so he had a good arc too. Yeah, I like that both of the guys had a journey and either of them winning would have made me happy. So yeah, I take back what I said about Perfect Match. And I was like, why would they cast somebody who's on a show that's currently airing? I guess it's for the best, because if I knew he was $1 million richer, well, before taxes. Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. How you That's just me. Because I don't take perfect match seriously. What? I'm here for the money. Anyways, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.